Welcome to the $100 MBA Show, and today is a Q&A weekend episode where you get to ask a question, we answer it. That's how it goes. If you want to ask a question, just email us at contact@100mba.net, or you can use our Speak It option where you record your question, we'll play it on the air. Check that out at 100mba.net/show. Today's question comes from Alex. How do I explain to my parents that I'm not a dreamer and that I'm trying to build a business? I'm here to help you out, Alex. I'm going to give you my answer, and it may surprise you, but I'm going to give it to you straight, so let's get down to business. Today's show is sponsored by Natix Binary Option Trading. You, as a listener to the $100 MBA, can appreciate what $100 can do. So does Natix. Natix specializes in binary option trading, and you can get started with not a lot of capital. Just $100 gets you started. With Natix binary options, you can trade on whether you think the market will be above or below a certain point by a certain time. Go to natix.com and open an account for free. That's nadex.com. Futures, options, and swap trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Alex asks a very important question. How do I explain to my parents that I'm not a dreamer and that I'm trying to build a business? Alex's question can be applied to anybody that's close to you. This could be your partner in life, your spouse, somebody that's dear to you, a close friend. At some point, you're going to have to explain yourself to these people. And I say explain yourself because I have to be honest with you. Starting a business is not common. This is not something that most people do. Most people go and work for a business. So whenever you're doing something that is a little bit against the grain or a little bit different, you're going to have to explain why you decided to do that to the people that are closest to you. So in some ways, you got to cut them a little slack. So I wanted to start out with that because I want to just have that as a context of this conversation, is that, you know, they have the right to understand why you're doing this, what's going on. I know it's your life. I know that, you know, we're all, you know, responsible for what we do in our own lives, and we're all free human beings and all that stuff. But at the same time, these people are close to you. These people care about you, and you should care about them and how they feel about you. So it's quite all right for them to ask. Don't feel like you have to be defensive. I know some of us might feel that way. I know I felt defensive in the beginning. I felt very defensive when people asked me, "Why are you doing this? You know, why don't you just get a job?" and things like that. Or why are you wasting your time with that? Because I started when I had a job. My second point is that this is actually a good thing, because essentially, when you're explaining to your parents or to your loved ones why you're starting a business and you're trying to start a business, you're really selling the idea to them, the idea of being an entrepreneur, the idea of your business itself. And if you can't sell the people that would support you the most, if you can't sell the people that are closest to you that know you well, then you're going to have a problem in business in general. You got to be able to sell these people too. When I say sell these people, you got to sell them on the idea. If you could show them your plan of action, if you could show them, hey, this is my business idea. This is what I'm doing. I'm starting a website. I'm going to be selling this thing. This is my level of expertise. These are my step-by-step plan. This is what I'm doing this month. This is what I'm doing next month. This is what I'm doing the next 6 months. This is how I'm going to make money. This is how I'm going to make revenue. This is how I'm going to pay my, costs in the business. If you show them that you're serious about this and you have a plan of action, then they can take you seriously and they could say, okay, he's thought about it. She knows what she's doing. He's not crazy. All that needs to be addressed. You need to make sure that you sell the idea to them as well so they're on board. You need these people on board because they're close to you. And especially if you live in the same household as this person, your environment really affects your performance. So clearing the air and having this serious discussion with the people that are dear to you is really important. The more you keep them out of what you're doing, the more they're going to be skeptical, the more they're going to worry about the situation. They're going to be more worried about, are you throwing your life away on some pipe dream? And by the way, there are people that do that. There are people that throw their life away on an idea that doesn't work. Now, that's an exaggeration, throwing your life away, but the point is that it's not an unfounded fear. But if you show you have a strategy, if you have a plan in place, if you show how you're going to be serving your audience and how you're going to be able to make revenue, because at the end of the day, it is a business. You need to make money. And most people that are worried about you are most worried about that. You're going to be able to sustain yourself with this business. Another piece of advice I want to give you is when you're having this discussion with them, try to keep it very minimal in terms of the scope of things. This is not the time to talk about your dreams. This is not the time to talk about where you're going to be in 10 years and that you're going to be a multimillionaire and changing the world. That may be true, and it may happen, and I hope it happens. But right now, you got to talk about the immediate future. Then the next 6 months, in the next year, this is what I'm planning to do. I'm going to be making my living in this way. As you start to grow, you can tell them the next steps is this. The next step is this is what I'm doing. Before you know it, they're going to feel like they can trust not only you, but the plan you're explaining to them. Think of it as if you're trying to pitch your business to an investor, except they're not going to be investing money. They're going to be investing support in other ways, emotional support, moral support, even just letting you get on with it is support. So think of it that way. How would you pitch to an investor? Check out an episode of Shark Tank. You see these people, pitching to the sharks. These are investors. They want to know the numbers. They want to know how much money they're going to make off this investment. They want to know exactly how much money have you made? What's your plan for growth? All these things are tangible pieces of information that they can use to make a judgment and an assessment that, okay, this is actually real. This is real. This is not a dream. And it's an actual plan, and a business can actually manifest from this plan. Alex, I got a bit more for you, but before that, I got to give some love to today's sponsor, Igloo. So let me ask you a question. What do you think when I say an intranet? You guessed it, a private internet for your own business. And Igloo is an intranet you'll actually like. It's a cloud platform that can help you do your best work. Share files, blog updates, coordinate calendars, manage projects. It's easy to use, and it's easy to configure, even for the most non-technical of users. And Igloo is built using a responsive design, which means that it can work on your desktop, on your tablet, on your phone, so you can take it wherever you go. Whether you're a large enterprise stuck using SharePoint or a fast-growing business overwhelmed with apps, create an intranet that matches your brand's look and feel and simplify how you work. Plus, it's pretty awesome that you can access it from your phone. Sign up now and try it for free at igloosoftware.com/MBA. That's Igloo, IGLOO, software.com/MBA. Alex, I got one more tip for you. Part of being an entrepreneur and starting your own business is being good at talking about what you do and explaining it to people, communicating to people what you actually offer. And explaining this to your parents is a good place to start. And sometimes it seems harder to do that with people that you love because you don't want to disappoint them. And you feel like maybe they think they know me, but they don't know who I'm becoming. Try to put that aside and get them on side. Guys, thank you for listening to the $100 MBA Show. And thanks, Alex, for that question. Again, if you want to send us a question, just email us at contact@100mba.net. Or you can use our Speak It option and record your question at 100mba.net/show. Guys, I want to leave you with this. I have to be completely honest. I don't think I would have nearly the same success or any success at all, really, if I didn't have Nicole with me. She's my partner in life. She's my partner in business. And I think that that's very important when you are building a business because you got to be on the same page with the person that you're with, the person that you live with, you spend the most time with. Because I honestly think it doesn't work otherwise. You have to have somebody with you that understands, gets what you're doing, and is on board. Because you're going to have some long nights, you're going to have some long days working on your projects and working on your business. You're going to have some ups and downs, and you got to be able to share that with somebody because it affects your entire life, not only financially, but emotionally, physically. So if you do have somebody like that in your life that gets it, that's sold on the business, either they're a part of it or they're not, make sure that you appreciate them, make sure they show them that you do appreciate what they do, because what they do is really important. They create an environment that's safe and makes it easy for you to do what you got to do. All right, guys, I'll check you in the next episode. Take care.